Hey folks, today I'm looking at SNK's Lasso in its unreleased version for TI-99 4A. While this port never got a commercial release, it is playable and did evidently make the rounds in the TI community, as it's listed in the disk library of both the Chicago TI user group and the Boston Computer Society. As for the original Lasso, it's a pretty rare early SNK arcade game from 1982. To put things in perspective, as far as that goes, according to the Video Game and Arcade Preservation Society, out of their 11,000 members, one person owns a working Lasso board, and nobody owns a cabinet. So that is to say, I guess, don't expect to find one at your local barcade. It is well emulated in MAME though, so if you're looking to give it a shot, you're in luck there. This is actually the third time I've found myself looking at an SNK arcade port for TI-99 on this channel. Earlier I'd looked at Munchmobile, which did get a commercial release for TI-99. Munchmobile being the North American branding for SNK's Joyful Road. And before that I'd looked at the TI-99 port of SNK's Fantasy. We do have a playable version of Fantasy for TI-99, but like Lasso, it's a prototype and didn't get a commercial release. Which is too bad, because it's a pretty interesting game. In Lasso, your goal is to lasso livestock and fend off wolves as a cowboy on the ranch. Which does seem like a good fit for the TI-99. As a system that takes an active interest in transporting us to the Wild West, future or otherwise. Like it does in Tombstone City, where we're in a ghost town fighting an alien horde, or like it does in Chisholm Trail, where we're doing the whatever it is that we're doing in Chisholm Trail. And no, I didn't read the manual, but how is that my fault? Anyway, 99ers, I figure, know how to fill a cowboy's boots. And Lasso is a pretty fun game in its arcade version. It's not doing a whole lot. Gameplay is simple: lasso livestock, throw rocks at wolves, and beat the level. It's a design that presents absolutely no issues for translation to the TI-99 4A. Tile-based graphics, and it even uses Texas Instruments SN76489 sound, so the music is ready to go. But the port does play a bit like a prototype. I will say, pretty much everything from the arcade version is here. The game cycles through repeating rounds of gameplay in which sheep, then cows, then ponies burst out and cause chaos as you try to lasso them, just like in the arcade version. And wolves escape into the pen over the course of each round, just like in the arcade version. And characters are colorful in a way that reflects the arcade version's aesthetics. Furthermore, we've got a lot of really good voice synth here. Yeehaw! So that goes above and beyond the arcade version. But it's not all moonshine and hoedowns for our cowboy friend here. The port has a lot of areas that need a bit of tweaking still. And it probably would have gotten it before any commercial release, I guess, but we'll never know. For one, your weapon, the rock that you throw at the wolves, it's just terrible. It's a glowing circle that moves at a snail's pace, so slowly compared to your enemy's speed of movement that it can make sense to just shoot aimlessly and intermittently in the hopes that an enemy will walk into it at some point. It's just not an effective weapon or a defense. Though it is still technically possible to beat a level by killing all the wolves rather than lassoing all the animals, as in the arcade version. Again, this version technically covers all the bases in adapting the arcade version. A lot of it just doesn't do well. And the speed of the animals relative to you is definitely an issue here. You shoot slowly and lasso slowly, and they mostly move very quickly in random directions. The designers were wise enough to make you invulnerable while throwing the lasso, so that you're not constantly getting killed while waiting for its throw. But your own slow and unwieldy movement and actions really just aren't in proportion to the fast movement of the animals. In particular, the wolves move a lot faster here than in the arcade version, so there was definitely more tweaking required in these areas. I've talked about how the TI version accurately represents the basic design elements of the arcade version, But there are actually a couple of things missing out, right? In the arcade version, lassoing 2 animals at once is worth 3 times as much, and lassoing 3 at once triples it again. So strategy surrounding stacking enemies is pretty key, at least to the high score game. That's absent in the TI version completely, where you can only lasso 1 animal at a time, period. Lassoing also just works differently, since in the arcade version the lasso encircles animals, and when it starts to do that, they stop moving. In the TI version, they aren't encircled and don't stop moving, so it's more like just trying to hit them with a big slow fly swatter, and reminds me kind of Picnic Paranoia instead. One more significant difference, there's no limit to the number of times you can kill the dragon creature in the TI version like there is in the arcade version, so you can run up the score indefinitely by killing it over and over, making high scores kind of meaningless unless killing it is prohibited, I guess. So there are some negative things to say about how Lasso for the TI-99 plays for sure, but most of them come down to this is a prototype, right? So tweaking enemy speeds and weapon speeds and that sort of thing would probably have happened in a commercial release, and cleaned things up a bit, and made it a better game. So as a demo of what Lasso on TI-99 would have been, it's fine, even if it's not likely to end up on any 99er's most played list in its current form. If you'd like to play Lasso on TI-99 and you have a flash cart, you can find a cart conversion on the TI-99 Atari Age forum. If you'd like to play it and you don't have a TI-99 at all, you can play it emulated right out of your web browser at js99er.net. Links for those options are in the description, so find them there. If on the other hand you'd like to play the arcade original, MAME has got you covered there. As for me, the arcade version might be one I come back to, as it plays pretty well and it's pretty fun. But like I said, I think I'll look at Lasso for TI-99 more as an interesting demo with good speech than a worthwhile game for its own sake. Thanks for watching, folks. If you'd like to see more of my TI-99 reviews as I produce them, hit subscribe. If you'd like to tell me about some of your favorite TI-99 games or ones you find interesting, drop me a hint in the comments. I'd appreciate it. There's always more to be discovered, I figure, on the TI-99. Yeehaw!
Oh no, the pony's busted out.